There's a saying that the wheels of justice turn slowly, but how slow is too slow?
Christin Ayers joins us now with an original report. Christin?
Yeah, guys, this is a story about a brutal murder that happened in 2013 in San Francisco. The victim's family still hasn't seen justice, and the suspects are still in jail waiting for their day in court. So who's to blame? There's a lot of finger pointing going on, but we may have stumbled upon at least one reason.
I feel like it's not going to happen.
Sherry Baltadano and her daughter Maylena aren't holding out much hope.
I think this one hits me hard today. This is his birthday.
It's been 4 years since Sherry's son, Ronnie Goodman, was murdered in San Francisco's Mission District. After police released this video, two brothers, Javier and Luis Gutierrez, were charged in the murder. But the trial keeps getting pushed back, over and over.
The assigned district attorney who is on the homicide team is in another jury trial at this point in time.
Emotions boiled over outside the courtroom. The family says prosecutors just keep on coming up with excuses for why Ronnie's murder case has dragged on for 4 years.
There is no justice at this point because it's always we're on hold.
Turns out in San Francisco, Sherry and Maylena are not alone. We compiled data from 9 Bay Area counties and discovered those counties have very few cases that have been lingering in court for 4 years or more. But San Francisco is the exception. It has 21 cases.
I will have to concede we do have a lot of cases that are 4 years old, unfortunately.
San Francisco Superior Court presiding judge Terry Jackson says misdemeanor trials are clogging the court.
San Francisco tries at a rate of 19 times more than any county, any of the other 57 courts in this state of misdemeanor trials.
Most homicide defendants waive their right to a speedy trial, but people accused of misdemeanors usually want to be tried within 30 to 45 days.
That takes priority even over a felony, over a homicide. That case, that misdemeanor would get assigned out, and if both parties have announced that they're ready in that homicide would go to the same department and would trail until that misdemeanor no time waiver case was finished.
San Francisco District Attorney George Gascon turned down our request for an interview, but in a statement, his office also blamed the high number of misdemeanor trials. This is an underhanded tactic engaged in by the Public Defender's Office to age serious cases with the hopes that witnesses' memories will fade. We asked Public Defender Jeff Adachi about that.
The notion that the Public Defender's Office is going to try misdemeanor cases in order to age homicide cases is ridiculous. Our clients make their decisions as to whether or not to proceed to trial. We honor their decision by taking their case to trial. If the District Attorney's Office has concerns about misdemeanor cases clogging up the courts, they should either dismiss some of those cases or not file as many misdemeanor cases.
Adachi says in his office, the average time to try a homicide case is 2 to 3 years. When cases go longer than that, he says it's usually because private defense attorneys are involved, like David Wise.
Anytime it's a homicide case, these are the most complex cases that there are. Everybody wants to make sure that there's not a mistake made or sort of a rush to judgment.
Wise represents one of the defendants, Javier Gutierrez, in the Ronnie Goodman murder case. We ran into him at yet another court date to set a trial date. This time, he had vacation plans, and prosecutor John Rowland was busy again with another trial.
There are very limited resources, and both from the courts and from defense counsel and DAs.
The next trial date for Ronnie, the third trial date so far, is now set for April, another 5 months away.
Every time we see these perpetrators, it's like ripping off a Band-Aid.
We have already been through so much, and then to top this off by letting this just drag and drag and drag. I mean, we want justice, and we want justice now.
The Gutierrez brothers are still in jail awaiting trial. We reached out to the family, but they didn't want to talk to us. And in case you want to check out how your county did, we posted all of our data on pending murder trials online.
So this case, the Goodman case, is going on 5 years now. These guys have been in jail waiting to be tried. Cases like the Stiley case, okay? I mean, that thing went off in 2 years. a lot more high profile than this case. This case is a little more obscure. Does that have anything to do with what's going on?
You know, we asked that question. It's a really good question. Obviously, with the Steinle murder, President Trump weighed in on that one. So it may have to do with how quickly investigators with the DA's office rushed to gather all the evidence. In this case, the Ronnie Goodman murder case, discovery hearings were set 9 different times, and that alone caused an 8-month delay.
And on it goes.
Absolutely. And the argument is that it benefits the defense at the end of the day.
But you feel for the family.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, Christin, thank you.